I do see something cooking up on the charts. You're guys gonna see me break that down right now, and then we're gonna actually try to live trade.
For people who are new to ICT and can't really grasp a model, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly this one model that I love to use. Very specific in terms of time, very easy to follow. All right, so what exactly happened? And we actually didn't end up taking anything. We actually took a slight loss. We got in and we got right out. But we should have kept in. The trade dragged on to the PM session, which was just bad luck. But after I drew what I thought would happen, literally happened. Right, we then ended up pushing up towards this buy side that we had up here, which is usually my draw. Now, where did we leave off? We left off where this became our CISD. This became where the change in state of direction. This is where we want price to start breaking above. Even formed on the 1 hour, right? The 1 hour stops, creates this higher low, and the series of closed candles is going to determine what your CISD is, right? So after it makes that low, that's where we had that level. Price didn't break above until it was, I want to say 1 p.m., right? Not even. What time is it now? This is now 1:30. Price finally closes above our order block, right? Price finally closes above our order block. Now, this was the trade now, right? This was the trade. Get a retest of that level. Push up. Price also creates a fair value gap right here, right? I'm going to set my stops at these lows down here. Price might want to take out these lows down here. As price starts to break above, I want to add risk. I know this isn't 2 to 1, which is what I usually take, but that might change, right? That might change. So I'm just waiting right now. I'm just waiting. Let's see the reaction off of this level down to the 5-minute time frame. Price continues to break through. I'm not going to have an entry, which I'm kind of happy about. Now price starts to break back above, right? really just respecting this 15-minute fair value gap, right? So as price closes back above now, that's when this trade seems like it finally would have went through right here. Okay. Um, and then, yeah, we see where it's at now. That's what we wanted this entire time, right? As you guys were seeing throughout this session, it's exactly what we wanted. It just ended up happening in the later session. We're not even trading in that session. Bad luck. But what I really want to do is break down is this same trade setup in a beautiful day. Now, this same trade setup, I want to show you guys in a day that's actually like it actually worked out, right? A beautiful scenario where price was within our session or a little bit after, but everything was beautiful and it just happened in our session. So we saw the full move. Again, in today's scenario, it happened so late in the PM session. We don't, it still has to reach those highs, but earlier this week actually, so you're going to see here on the 18th of February, I had a bullish bias, right? Price had swept and closed back above the previous day's highs. And now what I'm going to want to do is, kind of see what else could happen, right? I have my session highs and lows. I have a daily buy side imbalance over here. Let's change that color, right? Kind of just building this bullish narrative here. There was a CISD that was formed here, right? But we're gonna push into session, right? Our session now is gonna be this. Our session now is gonna be this candle now. Okay, right? So price is already filled. Price is not breaking back under, right? We don't really have anything else now, right? We do have a bullish imbalance right here that price is respecting. So now we're gonna push into session 8. Okay, now we're gonna push into session, and you have to realize something going into 9 o'clock. Okay, you have to realize something. Now we're gonna push into 9:30. All right, what is happening here? What is happening here? Okay, now what am I saying, right? You have to have a bias, and that's a completely different video. You have to have a bias. Every time you want to make a run and try to get on sides on your move that you're looking for, you always have to make sure that the structure is shifting, right? That the delivery is starting to shift the other way, and this is marked off by key levels, right? In this scenario, it's going to be the change in the state in the delivery, which then serves as your order block. So if it goes your way. So right now that I'm looking for longs, right? First things first, I have a 4-hour imbalance right here, right? I have a 4-hour CISD that price is respecting, or BISI, and price is just breaking under now. What I have over here also is pre-session lows, okay? So I have those pre-session lows, and no matter what I want to see is price break and close back above that level. Now I'm looking for a turtle soup setup, right? But I'm using this change in state of delivery to be able to really track when price is going to start to make that move. Price continues to short. Now, if price reaches this level, I have a completely new setup because this is a previous daily low that I could potentially see price reversing on, but that wasn't happening. Instead, price, what it did is actually start to reverse here. Price creates the first fair value gap in session. This is a highly important, which you learn in the ICT concepts. The first fair value gap that's formed is very important, right? Especially if it's towards your narrative. That was our first 5-minute time frame. So if we were going to come up here and respect it like we did here and continue to short, okay, I would probably be looking for a continuation, even though price is already so low. But if price in the event actually blew by this 4-hour this imbalance right here and then started to inverse it, I actually believe that that's the beginning of the move. I actually believe that this is the beginning of the move, pending a retest right here. Now, this is just a trade setup. We're gonna reach these highs all the way over here. It looks crazy on the lower time frame, but it makes sense on the higher time frame. Now, we're gonna wait for the change in state of delivery to be closed above. But this would be my aggressive first entry, right? Because I know I just have a high probability that price will reject there. So let's actually see what happens. But essentially, what I'm trying to tell you guys is that let's wait for a break of the change in state of delivery. Price starts to reject it. Price comes down. Price finally closes above and then retests that level, right? That could be a position right there. That could be a position. You also pair that up with the fair value gap that it gave you, right? This is going to be important. This is how you use that level. Now, where could your stops be, right? Your stops could be under this fair value gap, right? I would probably choose the entire wick right here and have price ride all the way up to here, although I would be careful. Price rejects, price starts to break above, and now on the higher time frame, you have to remember what this really looks like. What this really looks like is a big wick. Remember that, especially on the daily candle. So then price eventually, comes back down, and guess what? Look at this level, guys. Look at this level. You think it's coming back down for no reason? Let's get rid of this because I can't even grab my tool. Okay. Look at that. Every time price came down to retest, respected that level. And what eventually happened? All targets are hit. 2 positions in. This is a beautiful trade earlier in the week that we saw. I hope you enjoyed watching this. This is a quick little lesson I really wanted to give out because this is so important. This in itself is a model. This is a beautiful trade. Always target your previous daily. All your buy side liquidities, and I believe that was pretty much it for the trade. Price then completely reversed. I'm not even in this trade at that point. Price takes us out right here. So.